Hi everyone, I just wanted to give you a quick review of my brand new build. This is a Nucanoe Unlimited. I'll give you a quick tour of it, but this is the Stinger color. Apparently it's not available on their website right now for order, and this was the only one my local dealer had. So I kind of like it. It's a nice yellow and it's got some black to kind of break it up a little bit. Hopefully this will make sure that I don't get run over in the bay by other boaters, so it certainly won't hurt. But anyways, this one is fitted with the gear pod up front, and I'll take you through that here in just a minute. That is a removable storage area. So I'm still trying to figure out what all I'm going to do with this and what I'm going to put on it. So that'll all come in future videos, but for right now I just wanted to give you an overview of the boat itself. So let's take a closer look. Terminology, right? The one thing I like about the Nucanoe Unlimited is the fact that it's got a really sharp angle at the bow. That's really going to let you cut through those waves and any chop that you may get. On the front here, there is an integrated handle. I wish it were flexible. I'll show you the one on the back. I wish the one on the front was like the one on the back, but it's not, so we'll deal with it. And also you'll see that there's a brass insert there. There are two more under these screws, and the reason for those is so you can mount Nucanoe's bow mount to put a trolling motor up here. So they thought of that ahead of time. And you also have the hull access plug, or plate, I guess you should say. This can be drilled through, and that way you're not putting a bunch of exposed holes in your kayak when you're trying to run wires and accessories. So more and more manufacturers are running to this, so I'm glad to see they thought of this a couple of years ago. Also up front you have a couple of rod tip holders, so if you want to stow your rods you have a safe place to put the tips if you're laying them horizontally. This particular Nucanoe has the gear pod in it, and this is such a great accessory. Again, this is not standard with the boat. You do have to purchase this additionally. I think it's like 200 bucks, but check their website. I love the fact that it has an integrated track. This would be great for things like camera mounts and what have you. And if you want to remove the entire pod, it just is held in place by two of these thumb screws, I'm going to call them. You just remove those and the whole thing slides out and you can carry it inside with you. The storage in the Nucanoe, let me see if I can show this to you. So very large storage area. There is a gasket around the seal of the hatch, so it is watertight. I do like the fact that when the hatch is closed, there are channels to wick away any water that might come over the bow. So, pretty well thought of for sure. All right, moving on. This is the main area where you'll be doing most of your business. Very, very nice, wide casting area. Lots of room. I don't think that's going to be a problem for me whatsoever. This particular boat has the Nucanoe mat kit. It has the half mat kit, I believe that's what they call it. But very nice. This is very soft. It'll help keep the hull a little quieter, and it will also give you some comfort. So I like to fish barefooted, and I'm going to love that. I'm going to buy the kit to finish the rest of the boat as soon as I can. I want to get that done early before the boat gets all dirty from fishing. I love the fact that Nucanoe has so much gear track, and that's one of the things that makes the Unlimited the Unlimited. You are completely able to customize this boat based on however you want to fish it in whatever conditions you want to fish in. So there is ample gear track on the front as well, on both sides. There's even one on the floor. They do sell a pivot, I think they call it a pivot drive, their pedal platform. So it will attach there, or if you wanted to mount some fish finder or a fish finder, you certainly could do that. Cameras, whatever you want. I love the drain system in this boat. There are several scupper holes throughout the hull of the boat to drain water away. I'm not sure of the exact count. I'll put it in the video, but they do call this the tarpon drain system. And from what I've seen, it works great. I like the fact that they've integrated the pulley system for their trolling motor mount, actually for the stern mounted trolling motor. So this is where your lines would run, so you could stow and deploy your stern mounted electric outboard, either a Newport or other stern mounted motor. So that's all there. The pulley's there, the cleat is there. That's really cool. They do have a couple of tackle storage areas, one on each side. I guess a 36 or 3700 series box would have fit in there. I probably won't use them for that. I'll probably buy an adapter that has things like a plier holder and knife holder and what have you, and mount it to that rail and have it loaded into that bin. So, but they're there if you want them. It does have an area where you can mount the transducer through hull, and Nucanoe does sell an accessory kit that will let you raise and lower your transducer as well. So that's available on their website, and but that would be where the transducer for your fish finder is mounted, and it is protected underneath. I can't show you that today because I can't move this monster on my own, so you'll have to take my word on that. Next to the seat, you do have two more of those hull access plates that you can drill through and run your wires. I'm probably going to be running a Yak Power Commander for my electrical system, lights and fish finder and what have you. So those will probably go on there. And each side does have a storage area for the paddle, which is not included, of course. And your paddle can snap into the handle there. I'll probably wind up buying a Yak Attack adapter for the paddle holder, and I just like that product a lot better, and it looks a lot more secure. Moving on to the seat is fully adjustable forward and backwards along all of this track rail, so that gives you the capability of putting the seat wherever you want, balancing the load on the kayak based on the weight that you load into it, putting the seat where it balances out the most. So really cool design. It is a 360 seat, so it does spin all the way around. And it does have adjustments, so you can lean it forward and back. It doesn't have all the Hobie type of support. So you don't have the lumbar and the up and down and all of that good stuff, unfortunately. I do love the seat and the Hobies, but this one isn't one of them. This particular one came from the dealer like this with this accessory. I don't think this comes standard, and it just kind of bolts onto the side of the seat. So I'll probably wind up taking that off. I'm not sure I'd wind up using it. And then underneath, you've got tons of storage. You can actually put one of the new Yak Attack Black Pack Pro, the stacks that you can get for the top of their boxes. The 13x16 will actually slide very nicely underneath there. In addition to that, you can get a seat kit that will let you both raise and lower the position of the seat. So if you want to lower it for a lower center of gravity, or if you want to elevate it for a higher visibility for sight fishing and what have you, you can do that. Okay, and moving to the back, this is your rear hatch storage or rear storage, whatever you want to call it. Again, this space can be larger or smaller depending on how far back or forward you push the seat. But in standard configuration, I know it will hold the biggest black packs, the 16x16, if you move the seat forward. I know the 16 by 13 fits standard in about this amount of space. So I'll be showing that on other videos and what we're going to wind up running on this particular Unlimited. So, but again, you got the drain system throughout the back. You got more track rail in the back. That could be used for things like rod holders, a Boondocks landing gear system, things of that nature. You do have two flush mounted rod holders in the rear, which are way too far back to be of any use, in my opinion. I'll wind up probably just plating those off to keep everything more watertight. I've seen guys that have actually put their paddle mounts on plates and use these spaces for stowing the paddles, and one half on each side, just like the Hobie, like the Outback or the Pro Angler. And I may wind up doing that too. I just don't know yet. There is a rear watertight deck hatch. This again is going to be for accessing wiring, running wires through the hull. Nucanoe does sell a bag that can fit in there, so you get a little bit of dry storage. One thing I really like and I'm going to utilize is they have these molded spots for marine plugs, so you can run wiring from the back of the boat to the front. And I'm going to utilize this, probably both of them. I'm going to run my power up one side to go to the front bow mounted trolling motor that will eventually go on this, and I'll run another power line on the other side to keep all of my electronics and lights on. So that way they're completely separate and there will be no interference. And my batteries are going to get mounted back here. I do want to try to keep that gear pod pretty much open for storage, although I'll probably wind up mounting some things in it as well. But the goal there is to make sure that that will come in and out as I need to move it and not be permanently attached to the boat. Here in the back, they also have, this is a handle I wish they had up front. This is a metal handle that flips down out of the way. Really wish they had that up front, but it's probably going to get covered up by the motor mount that will eventually go on here. So anyway, you have two gear tracks in the back. These are great for things like lights. I also think the motor mount kits that Nucanoe sells utilize these tracks as well. So you could put your flags, you could put a rear camera if you wanted to, so you can catch the action up front, you know, whatever you want to do there. And then there's the stern of the boat. You'll notice there is no rudder. That's an option. Again, everything about the Unlimited is about the platform and not giving you options that you may not use. So as you decide what you're going to put on the platform, you can add those kits or parts or whatever you want and make this truly your own without spending all the money for some features that you may not need. So in my case, probably going to run that bow mount trolling motor and a stern mount eventually. So that really eliminates the need for a rudder. But if you're going to be paddling this or have a need for a rudder, you know, there is one available. It's sold by Nucanoe and it can attach very easily to the back. So anyways, that's the platform. Again, I love it because it's completely wide open and you can customize it to fit your own needs. Some people like that, some people don't. If you're looking for a lot of features, built-in features, things like battery boxes and this and that, you know, there are other manufacturers out there that have those built into their products, you know, folks like Bonafide, Hobie to a certain degree. But, you know, if you're looking for a boat that you can truly customize and change it to fit fishing conditions, what type of water you're going to fish, you know, this is a great thing. This is a great option to look at. You know, I can see easily converting this to when I go offshore, or as I plan to do, taking out the gear pod and just leaving everything completely wide open. So, when I need to haul a tuna or a kingfish or a mahi over the side rail, I got a wide open spot to do it. So, that's what I like about this, and that's why I chose this particular platform. Your mileage may vary, and, you certainly have a lot of options in the market these days. I'll make a video here in a bit that will help you a little bit making your decision in terms of what platform to pick for your build. I'll take you through my decision-making process and which ones were under consideration. So stay tuned for that video. As always, everyone says this, but if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see future content, please like and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot of information coming in 2025, and comments and things of that nature will give me ideas of what you want to see, but also it's going to let me know that my content is useful to others, and that will continue to motivate me to make additional videos. So anyways, have any questions, post them in the comments below. Otherwise, everyone take care. Please have a very, very happy and Merry Christmas, and God bless.